Tell me about the process of learning a song by ear. Does that take a long time?
I was kind of, yeah, but I was also kind of experimenting around. It did take a lot of time. I remember the first time I learned by ear was because my teacher asked me to. I don't want to say like I'm 100% like good at doing all that, so it was more like trial and error.
Sure.
So I know my teacher, she made me learn a song by ear. This one time for like a performance piece, so that's where I first like started learning about it, and I was like, oh, okay, I know how to do this. So maybe I can try it for different songs or like other songs that's like outside the Chinese, like regular Guzheng songs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like your ear, looks like your ear is very well trained just in the fact that you're tuning the instrument and you change the tuning. What did you have to change when you played the Disney song? Were you making different notes so there was a fa and a T, or how does that work?
Right, so I made a T because if I didn't make the T, I would have to like bring my left hand over and then bend it, and I feel like that would just take away from the bass. So I tuned Do back to T, and then Re back to Do. So I wouldn't have to bend those notes when I played the song.
What about the technique when you're playing, well, maybe we can talk a little bit about the picks on your hand. I mean, that really makes it have a very distinctive sound, and I suppose it's much easier than having to hold a pick. You tape them to your fingers like that, and is that, I've seen some Guzheng players have only picks on one hand. Is there a specific style or a reason that you would have them on both, or have you always played with them on both?
So when I started like learning, I only started out with my right hand because typically, like, when you start, you don't really use your left hand. You just like leave it here. But as you like progress, you do use your left hands. I know there are some like really skilled players who don't use their left hand picks and they just like play it without it. But I find that like the sound is more clear when you do have your picks on, and also your fingers don't hurt as much too.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
I must confess, I did take lessons for a little while with our teacher, Candace, and I found it intriguing and extremely difficult. And just like any instrument, you got to put a lot of time and a lot of practice into it to actually progress. But it sure was fun. The different techniques that you were using, like where you pick really fast and then you do, I want to call it like a rainbow movement. I don't know, is that
like this?
Yeah, that sounds really cool, especially when you do it in the Colors of the Wind song. I mean, is that stuff that you just added your own sort of flair to it? That was really nice. It kind of like bridges the gap between the Disney and the traditional Guzheng. Can you tell me a little bit about performances? Have you had any like favorite performances that you've done or been involved with?
I feel like I can't really pick, but I love performing solos. I've done a lot of performances around the Bay Area, especially like during Lunar New Year. I recently attended the Cheap Hall 10th Anniversary Culture Month celebration in San Francisco. It happens every year. I've done it for about 3 years now while performing with my group.
So you have a group of Guzhengs?
Yeah, so my teacher right now, she has a performance group, so we all go.
Wow, that sounds pretty powerful. I've never seen more than one at a time. So do you play the same parts, or are you playing different parts?
I think it really depends on the teacher, because my current one, she has us play like all the same part, but I know like in the past with my previous teacher, she had us play bass, or like some of us play melody, so it really depends on the teacher.
And I suppose it's like any instrument, you never stop learning. It's you just like, there's always more to learn and more technique to improve upon.
Definitely.